Well, Google has sort of confirmed Android 12, but didn't really give a release date beyond coming soon as an indication for Pixel phones. And for you, like many of us, you're probably wondering, just where is Android 12? Well, we're going to try and answer, or at least try and get an answer. So, let's dive in. Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Google here on YouTube. Remember to thumbs up, hit subscribe, and then tap the bell icon to be notified about all our future uploads. In a significant departure from previous years, Google has kind of rolled out Android 12 to AOSP, or the Android Open Source Project, but did not launch on any devices, including Google's own Pixel phones. If you're unaware, traditionally the AOSP launch of the next version of Android coincides with day one availability for Google phones, made by Google phones being Pixel phones precisely, but for reasons we'll discuss in just a moment, that isn't the case this year, with Google only revealing that Pixel phones can expect an update in the next few weeks, with no specified date or time, or anything else for that matter. So, as it stands, if you want Android 12 today, then the Android 12 Beta 5 update, which was the release candidate, or RC version, was rolled out on September 8th as the final preview, supposedly before launch, and is one of a few ways to get updated if you do want to try Android 12 for yourself. Google is telling developers to continue using Beta 5 images for testing in lieu of a stable release of Android 12 too. Google did share a little data on the beta phase with their AOSP announcement that has said that over 225,000 people have tested Android 12 over the course of the developer previews and the subsequent public betas, which to our mind does seem low, but then again, there really aren't that many Pixel phones out in the wild, and running preview or pre-release software isn't something we'd actively suggest to the average person out there. Most of you probably are included in that too as tech enthusiasts. So the delayed stable launch of Android 12 poses the question as to where the heck is it and when is it coming? Well, Google has to confirm to us here at 9 to 5 Google that the development team is putting the finishing touches to a special release with Pixel exclusive and Pixel first experiences on Android 12. Reading between the lines, that could mean a number of things. And let's first quash the idea that the upcoming Pixel 6 and 6 Pro may or possibly will launch with Android 12.1, which we have reported on previously. It could happen, we're not denying that, but it's just not very likely. And what Pixel exclusive and Pixel first experiences could allude to is a bigger Pixel feature drop with Android 12. If Google followed the usual 3-month interval, the update should have come in September, like it did last year. As of this video going live though, we are now 2 months late, and that puts Google in a very close to the next proposed December feature drop situation, basically. Material U could be what we're waiting for though at this point in reality. Google at I/O 2021 in May said its new design language was going to debut first on Pixel this fall. While many first-party apps today, including the entire Workspace suite, have been updated, some key ones are still missing, even supposedly close to what we expected was a launch. This includes things like the Play Store, YouTube, YouTube Music, and a few more on top. And as we've seen in the early Android 12 beta updates from OEMs like Samsung and even OnePlus, Material U and Dynamic Color are not as closely tied as they are on Pixel hardware. We might not see these tweaks on non-Google hardware until maybe early in 2022, but let's hope that we're surprised here, because it is quite a big shakeup of Android wholesale. There could also be some other app-related functionality released alongside this stable update that will first be available on Pixel phones before getting a wider launch. Last year's example was using Google Maps Live View for location sharing, but there could be some other under-the-hood things that Google has in the pipeline. What makes all this feel a little disappointing, but somewhat unsurprising though, is that while the Beta 5 release is technically a release candidate, the entire preview and beta phase for Android 12 has felt a little more ragged in certain areas this year. We've had a few bugs, and a notable was VPN issues with previous updates, and Google is simply owning things before this stable release. It'll probably be better for it if they do this, especially given how massive the overhaul Android 12 provides over previous versions. Android 11 was a prime example as a comparison, because it felt a lot like Android 10s or 10 Plus, and Android 12 is completely different. Another notable here is that we still don't officially know when the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro launch date is, at least at the time of this video going live that is. So it may be that we get a simultaneous stable release of Android 12 alongside the next gen hardware, which we're all very excited for. Just being a realist though for a few seconds here, as I too am a little bit disappointed, but also not massively surprised in some ways. This only really is going to affect us tech and Android enthusiasts, and while it is a little annoying that Android 12 in a stable form isn't here just yet, at least we know it's coming, and hopefully coming very soon. I know that doesn't quite give you the direct answer as to when you'll be able to update your device, but it is worth noting that Android 12 public betas for third-party OEMs are now opening up for even more devices, which is great news as not a lot of these have great update track records. That said, I want to know, has this uncharacteristic delay annoyed or frustrated you? Let me know down in the comments section below. I really do like to hear about just how you feel about all of these software updates and whatnot, but as always, until next time, this is Damien with 9to5Google saying thanks for watching, and I will speak to you later.